ये जो डिस्क्रिमिनेशन या कास्टिज्म का जो इशू है वो इंडिया में ही नहीं है, इंडिया से 100 साल पहले आए हुए अपने इंडियन भाइयों के साथ भी यहाँ पे भी यही हो रहा, हालांकि वो यहाँ के नागरिक हैं। फिर इन लोगों ने, जैसे राजू कामली जी है और हमारे एआईएम के मेंबर्स हैं, इन्होंने किताबें लाना शुरू किया, उनको किताबें देना शुरू किया। उनको बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर का लिटरेचर देने से उनको बताया कि डॉक्टर बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर क्या है। और जब ये उनको पता चला, वो इतने इम्प्रेस्ड हुए, वो इतने इनफैक्ट वो इमोशनल हुए, ऐसा मेरे को बताया गया था कि बोले यार ये हमको कैसे पता नहीं है कि इतने बड़े आदमी हैं और हमको पता नहीं। इशू तो ये था कि भाई पे बैक टू सोसाइटी करनी है। हम लोग बाहर निकले, हम लग्जरी में आ गए, बहुत बड़ा पगार है, बहुत बड़ा घर है और बहुत अच्छा एसी में काम कर रहे हैं, बड़ी बड़ी गाड़ी में घूम रहे हैं। लेकिन हमारे समाज का क्या? हम जो, हालांकि सभी लोग वो तकलीफ से निकले थे, लेकिन फिर हमने हमारे समाज के लिए क्या करना। तो पे बैक टू सोसाइटी ये प्रिंसिपल के ऊपर डॉक्टर अंबेडकर इंटरनेशनल मिशन का जन्म हुआ और वो कोलालमपुर में हुआ।
आवाज इंडिया टीवी में आपका स्वागत है। इस वक्त हम मलेशिया में हैं और मलेशिया में अभी अभी डॉक्टर अंबेडकर इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस जो थी वो समाप्त हुई है। और इस कॉन्फ्रेंस की विशेषता ये रही है कि मलेशिया के प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑनरेबल अनवर इब्राहिम सर इस कॉन्फ्रेंस के मुख्य थे। वो सम्मिलित हुए इस कॉन्फ्रेंस में, उन्होंने काफ़ी अच्छा स्पीच भी दिया और एक बहुत ही सक्सेसफुल कॉन्फ्रेंस रही। समूचे मलेशिया से जो भी यहाँ पे इंडियंस है वो इस कॉन्फ्रेंस में आए, पूरे दुनिया भर से एम के लोग इस कॉन्फ्रेंस में आए। और पहली बार ऐसा हुआ है कि भारत के बाहर किसी देश के पीएम एम द्वारा आयोजित डॉक्टर अंबेडकर इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस में सहभागी हुए। काफ़ी समय उन्होंने दिया, लगभग 1 घंटा भाषण भी दिया। तो ये बहुत बड़ा अचीवमेंट भी है। और इसी संदर्भ में हमसे बातचीत करने के लिए एम ग्लोबल के डॉक्टर सुशांत गुरगाटे सर है, डॉक्टर सुधीर कामरे सर है और एम मलेशिया के पंजामुर्ति सर है, जिन्होंने इस कॉन्फ्रेंस को आयोजित करने में एक बहुत अहम भूमिका निभाई। सो फर्स्ट आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क डॉक्टर सुशांत, what is the importance of this conference when you all people have organized this conference in a very fantastic manner, and Prime Minister of Malaysia reached here, he given a wonderful speech. So please explain to our viewers and to all Ambedkarites who are watching what is the impact and importance of this conference.
I think, this is very important point and topic that everyone should know in India. Not only India, even abroad too. Countries like even Malaysia and other developing countries. I think the aim activities that we follow and the Baba Saheb's objective that we are trying to achieve is applicable not only for India, even abroad developing countries. Regarding the conference, Amanji, as you know, AIM, Dr. Ambedkar International Mission, has started doing these conferences, convention. The official name of our convention is called Dr. Ambedkar International Convention.
Right.
And we started this naming from the first, then second, third, fourth, and fifth. So the first one was done in Malaysia.
Right.
Second was also done in Malaysia. Third was in Paris. Fourth, you also attended in Japan, and this was the fifth international convention. As far as the importance of the convention, as you can see, India has gone through various social problems, right? And specifically the Buddhist or the downtrodden, unprivileged society of India has gone through a lot of difficulties right from thousands of years. Baba Saheb's time also, Baba Saheb made a lot of changes. But even after having such a good constitution in India, we still see a lot of problems in India for these communities. We want somewhere these things should be end. Though constitutionally we are safeguarded, but the situation in India, the politics or the system and the environment in India is not fulfilling the requirement that need to be fulfilled as per the constitution. Then what is left to us? It is only the community, the people who are risen up with the help of Baba Saheb's efforts. People like us who are educated, we got good employment, and we are now settled down internationally. Countries like America, Europe, Australia, Brunei, Japan, Malaysia. It is our own responsibility now. It is on our shoulder to make sure that we help our people to get that rights. The importance of this conference is lot of people ask us that why don't we do the conference in India and why do we do internationally where lot of expenses or the efforts are required. It is not like we don't do conferences in India. We do various events in India too. We have done a lot of events in India. But being an international organization and being an international responsibility, we want to bring our problems to the international platform.
Okay.
If we do the conferences in international location, the geographies like USA, Malaysia, Japan, France, Europe, the problems will be identified in those countries. And as you can see, even in Japan, the political organization, the political members has attended the conference. In this conference, Prime Minister of Malaysia attended. And you have also seen their speech. They are very well known about the problems and also Baba Sahib's philosophy, Baba Sahib's mission. This speech defines that, right? The question comes here is when international people can understand our problems, why not India government or Indian politics can understand this, and why don't we get the solution?
You're facing in India. How you elaborate?
Yeah, so the key problem for our community now is basically Baba Sahib's given us rights for the education and employment by reservation.
Right.
Problem here is even though we have that rights, until my time I have seen that this reservation was very helpful. But since last around 15 to 20 years, we have seen that schools are not good. A lot of schools are closed now. People are not going to get good education. Only the people who have money, they can send their kids to good schools.
Right.
But normal people like the kids of rickshaw driver or auto driver or the poor people, the slum students, can they go to good school? If they don't get basic education, how can they rise up? How can they get a good jobs and they can settle down their life? It's not possible, right? This is very small problem, but there are other problems also like casteism, like manual scavenging, the infrastructure, official processes all are scattered, right? You have visited Japan, you know how Japan works, right? Their infrastructure is good, you don't struggle for anything, everything is facilities and all things are good. Why that is not happening in India? It is now more than 75 years of independence. We have seen the world, we know how developed countries work. Why can't we implement that in India? If I have been given a chance to implement something, I am guarantee you I can bring whole complete Japan system in India.
This is the message to India.
Yes. And Aman, if you remember, I talked to Pritam and Aman in Nagpur.
Yes.
Let us take an example of, for example, the traffic system or road system. We can focus only on 2 squares, let's say, for example. We will exit Japan 100% same technology for that 2 squares. Show that example to the people of India. They will know what is the difference between India and Japan. People will come forward and ask government why we are not implementing this from last 25, 75 or 80 years. That is the message we have to give to India by doing such kind of international conferences, that people come outside of India, look at the countries, how they are behaving, how we are implemented our life, come out of these things, why we can't give it to the people of India.
Okay.
So this message we have to give through the conventions. This is the importance of conventions we are doing worldwide, internationally.
Okay. Since so many days you are working hard for this conference, and finally the Prime Minister of Malaysia comes to conference and he given very excellent speech. So how you work hard to successful this conference, and what you achieve after this conference?
Actually, Dr. Baba Sahib 133 birthday celebration and also the 5th International Convention held in the Shah Alam, Selangor. This is not an easy program to be organized.
Yes.
We have a team of solid Baba Sahib's followers who are with us.
Yes.
As one of them is the Deputy Minister, Saraswati Kandasamy. She is the patron of this organization. And another one is Oms Tyagarajan, who is also another patron of our Baba Sahib's organization. So these two people have very much influence in the government sector.
Okay.
And basically they are very close to the Prime Minister of this country.
Okay.
As you know, in the year 2021, we had Dr. Baba Sahib's birthday. Birthday function is 131 birthday celebration
Okay.
in Selangor Club, Kuala Lumpur. Then, during that time, Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim officiated the function. But that time, he was an opposition leader.
Yes.
He was an opposition leader and a member of parliament in Port Dickson. He came and officiated and he did a very good job. He spoke very well on the philosophy, mission, and the thoughts of Baba Sahib Dr. Ambedkar. So that gives us a big image and it impressed everybody. But today, the same person came and officiated the 133 birthday celebration and also inaugurate the fifth international conference. So we feel very, very proud.
How you approached to him and what is his response when you approached
You
him?
see, before we respond to him, he himself come forward and ask Saraswati Kandasamy and OMS that what the Ambedkar Society is doing.
Okay.
What are they now doing? So he asked them to do more work in Malaysia.
Okay.
So based on that, we applied. In fact, we wanted to do it in a small scale, but we tried our best through this senator and OMS, and we applied that Dato Sri should come and officiate this function. He did not deny anything. Immediately agreed.
Okay.
He immediately agreed and he said, "Yes, I will be coming." We are so surprised. Many people in this country was very doubt about it, whether he is going to come or not. Very
not,
doubt.
yes.
Until to the last day, few hours before the function start, people are asking me, "Are it true that the Prime Minister is coming?" Hey, I don't think so. They are all telling in a negative way.
Okay.
But we are very much confident, and they have sent a letter. He has sent an official letter that is coming. That on that particular day, that is April 10th, our Hamanji came to Malaysia.
Okay.
So I have the letter on the spot already. When Hamanji came here, then I showed him and I told him, Hamanji, our Prime Minister agreed to declare open this convention. This is a very good news for us. And then I introduced Hamanji to all the important dignitaries in Malaysia.
Right.
So from there, the things started and we worked day and night.
Right.
And Mr. OMS Tyagarajan, who is the owner of the Tamil Press, as you can see that, he has given the coverage for 1 month until today. The coverage on the conference. Daily the coverage is coming. So he has given an extensive coverage in Malaysia that has focused the whole Indians' eyes as open.
Yes.
Prime Minister is coming. The another side, Baba Sahib is coming. The more important thing, additional benefit is that Bhim Rao, the grandson of Baba Sahib, is coming. So that carries a very heavy weight in this program. And the final day, PM came. PM means Prime Minister came. And the crowd was so huge, crowd.
Yeah, we witnessed
And the media, the social media was 45 social media was there. 45 just to cover that function. And it has been publicized in all media, TV, papers, all has covered. Until today they are covering the messages. So an extensive coverage has been given just for the purpose of Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar's function. This has I already highlighted. Yes, you know that Indians to know about Baba Sahib's mission and vision is a normal procedure.
Yeah.
Indians to know on Baba Sahib is a normal. But another religion, a Chinese or a Malay, to know about Baba Sahib, it's really great.
Yes.
And they spoke better than we speak. With that much of high knowledge,
Yes.
the function was when. So this function was categorized into 3 categories.
Okay.
One is that we honor the arrival of the guests. For that, we have given them a gala dinner. You see, the gala dinner, around 400 people attended the gala dinner, and it was hosted together with the High Commissioner of India. He was there, giving us the respect. and the Human Resource Minister.
They have also given a very good speech.
And he spoke that very well.
Very well.
Very well. Yes,
Okay.
they
Yes,
do
that
it.
is the important
They
thing.
do it and they present it in that way.
Yeah.
And it was appreciated by the Prime Minister when he was sitting beside me. And he
Okay.
congratulated that minister.
Oh.
He told that
Okay.
minister, "Hey, I heard that you spoke very well. Congratulations for you." He spoke it in front of me.
Oh, that's
So,
nice.
so the message was gone to the Prime Minister for the yesterday's function, and of course the High Commissioner of India, the Excellency, he spoke also well, and he was very very happy that Ambedkar's function is happening
Yeah.
in
Yes,
Malaysia,
in Malaysia.
under the leadership of Panjamurti. You
Yes,
always mention
yes,
that. Hey, without Panjamurti, this will never happen. The High Commissioner, because they call for me the dinner, every function they call me based on Ambedkar's association. So one function, the first gala dinner went very well, and we were worried whether the second day is Ambedkar's birthday,
Yes.
and one more is the New Year of the Indians, Tamil New Year. So
Tamil New
people
Year,
all were
yeah.
going to temples here and there.
here and
We were
there.
all worried about that. Despite of that, we force all our people to attend. You want to go and pray later, you can do that.
Yeah. This is
But-
very important.
But end of the day, the crowd 1,400 people
Oh.
attended there. And around 45 press was there.
Yeah.
And the Prime Minister spoke that fantastically.
Fantastic,
And he
fantastic.
spent 1 hour
Yeah.
for the purpose of Baba Sahib.
Yeah,
That is
for the
very
purpose of Baba
important.
Sahib.
That is
Yeah.
very, very important.
You have a very good time.
Yeah.
He has given us the time, wide time. And then the protocol given by the Prime Minister's office is very, very strict. There are 100 security guards
Yeah.
following him. You know, he said the security Prime Minister's office told us, PM will come straight away, you'll sit and then start the function.
Yeah.
Then you move
As
on.
the protocol.
As protocol, they're maintaining the protocol in so strict manner.
Yes.
What happened? The Prime Minister came in.
Yes.
He went straight and shake hand with all the delegates.
Yes, all the
With
delegates.
the protocol all broken. Yeah, all broken.
Yes, all broken.
So you are so happy to
And
meet
he
everyone.
is very, very happy to meet all delegates.
Yeah.
So, and the High Commissioner was there.
Yes.
Several ministers are there. The Same Minister, the Deputy Ministers are there. The Senators are there.
Yes.
The MPs are there. And the adults means the State Assemblymen are there.
Okay.
High dignitaries people are the invited guests. So all are very, very happy to see that function went very well. And Baba Sahib Bhima Rao went up to the stage
Yes.
and he awarded the
Awarded the statue of
statue of Baba Sahib
Right.
to the Prime Minister.
Right.
That carries the biggest weight
Biggest message.
in the.
Exactly.
So this has been done, and today our convention day,
Yes.
it went well. Everybody spoke on different subjects. Everybody present their papers. All went well, and the function concluded in a good manner.
Yes.
I should thank all the people of the foreign delegates who have come here, taken their time, they have spent their money to just for the mission of Baba Sahib.
Exactly.
They have come here and they sacrifice everything.
Everything.
So I should, behalf of the Dr. Ambedkar organization of Malaysia, I humbly wish my humble thanks to everybody.
Yes, yes, thank you.
As a conference, objective that our mission is also to reach out to foreign people to
Yes.
tell about Baba Sahib, right?
Yes.
You have seen we had Japanese delegates from Japan also,
Yes, correct.
सवाल पे करने वाला था.
right? So when you attended the conference in Japan in 2018,
Right.
Burakumin community was together with us.
Yes.
She, the delegate who came today, she specifically mentioned in the conference
Right.
that the conference that we held in Japan together with Burakumin, it was surprise for the Burakumin community in Japan that the people of Ambedkar people are like this and they are also struggling the issues, humanity issues.
Yes.
And because of that conference, the message has gone to all Burakumin people in Japan.
Okay.
And from then, from 2018 till date, she mentioned that all Burakum people always mention about the conference that we did in Japan
Yes.
and always mention about Baba
Still
Sahib.
never is.
That was the message already gone to
That is
international community.
the
Yeah.
That is the importance of
That's
this
true.
convention.
That's true. It's true.
एक बहुत ही अहम व्यक्ति हमारे साथ में है जो डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर इंटरनेशनल मिशन के संस्थापक हैं, राजू कामले जी जो रहे हैं इस मिशन के संस्थापक। उनके भाई सुधीर जी हमारे साथ में है। सुधीर जी, मेरा सवाल यह है कि आपने देखा कि किस तरह से मलेशिया जैसे देश में प्राइम मिनिस्टर वहाँ आते हैं, 1 घंटा बिताते हैं समय अपना और बहुत खुश होते हैं वो कॉन्फ्रेंस देख के। अलग अलग मिनिस्टर्स भी आते हैं और उनकी स्पीच सुनकर हमें ऐसा लगता है कि शायद इतना बेहतरीन स्पीच बाबा साहब के ऊपर उन्होंने कैसे बनाया होगा, किस तरह से दिया होगा। तो आपने ये जो कोई एम का सफर देखा है, इतने सालों से आप भी राजू कामले साहब के साथ में रहे हैं, तो आपको क्या लगता है कि आज हम एक पायदान पे या मकाम पे पहुंच गए जहां उनकी तमन्ना थी, जो वो सोच रहे थे?
AIM का मलेशिया से जो कनेक्शन है वो 30 साल पुराना है।
जी हाँ।
यानी जैसे राजू कामले जी यहाँ 1992 में आए,
हाँ।
काम करने को आए, लेकिन फिर 3-4 लोगों ने मिलके यहाँ वो आइडिया क्रिएट की और डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर इंटरनेशनल मिशन का एग्जिस्टेंस कोलालमपुर मलेशिया में 1994 में हुआ। अब उसके बाद इशू तो ये था कि भाई पे बैक टू सोसाइटी करनी है।
हाँ।
हम लोग बाहर निकले, हम लग्जरी में आ गए, बहुत बड़ा पगार है, बहुत बड़ा घर है और बहुत अच्छा AC में काम कर रहे हैं, बड़ी बड़ी गाड़ी में घूम रहे हैं, लेकिन हमारे समाज का क्या? हम जो हालांकि सभी लोग वो तकलीफ से निकले थे, लेकिन फिर हमने हमारे समाज के लिए क्या करना, तो पे बैक टू सोसाइटी ये प्रिंसिपल के ऊपर डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर इंटरनेशनल मिशन का जन्म हुआ और वो कोलालमपुर में हुआ।
हाँ।
लेकिन अभी उसको इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे सारे लोगों को मतलब इकट्ठा लाना, उसका प्लेटफॉर्म ये कैसे हुआ, इसमें जैसे अभी पंजामूर्ति साहब ने बताया, सुशांत जी ने भी बताया कि यहाँ भी जो इंडियन कम्युनिटी है वो मोस्टली साउथ के अपने तमिल ब्रदर्स है।
हाँ।
और उनमें से 60-70% जो है वो हमारे लोग हैं। तो ये लोग भी थे वहाँ पे। तो जब डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर इंटरनेशनल मिशन जब शुरू हुई 1994 में, और वो ये जो इंजीनियर्स इंडिया लिमिटेड या फिर इंजीनियर्स अपने समाज के इंडिया से बाहर काम करने गए थे, उनका लोकल इंडियंस के साथ में किस तरह से इंटरेक्शन हुआ, ये मैं जो बता रहा था। तो वो ऐसा हुआ कि यहाँ जो लोकल इंडियन कम्युनिटी है वो करीबन 60 से 70% लोग हमारे हैं। और इनके समाज में से एक सीनेटर MG पंडितन भी थे, जो यहाँ पे एक इंडियन विंग था उसमें थे, एंड उनको किक आउट किया गया यहाँ के अपर कास्ट के इंडियन आदमी ने, और वो प्रेस में आई थी खबर। और वो खबर प्रेस में आई, वो हमारे डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर इंटरनेशनल मिशन के जैसे राजू कामले जी है या रामाचरण जी है, इन्होंने जब देखा तो इन्होंने इनको अप्रोच किया, और अप्रोच करने के बाद में उन्होंने जब बोला कि हम तुम्हारे साथ हैं, क्या हुआ आपके साथ, तब उनको पता चला कि ये जो डिस्क्रिमिनेशन या कास्टिज्म का जो इशू है वो इंडिया में ही नहीं है, इंडिया से 100 साल पहले आए हुए अपने इंडियन भाइयों के साथ भी यहाँ पे भी यही हो रहा, हालांकि वो यहाँ के नागरिक हैं। तो इस तरह से फिर जब इनसे इंटरेक्शन हुआ, तब डॉक्टर बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर के बारे में पंडितन जी को ज़्यादा कुछ पता नहीं था। फिर इन लोगों ने, जैसे राजू कामले जी है और हमारे AIM के मेंबर्स हैं, इन्होंने किताबें लाना शुरू किया, उनको किताबें देना शुरू किया। कुछ उनके साथ के लोग थे, उनको तमिल में किताबें दी। उनको बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर का लिटरेचर देने से उनको बताया कि डॉक्टर बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर क्या है। और जब ये उनको पता चला, वो इतने इम्प्रेस्ड हुए, वो इतने इनफैक्ट वो इमोशनल हुए, ऐसा मेरे को बताया गया था कि बोले यार ये हमको कैसे पता नहीं है कि इतने बड़े आदमी हैं और हमको पता नहीं। फिर उन्होंने क्या किया, वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन छोड़ दिया उनका, वो बाहर निकले और वो अपने लोगों को साथ उन्होंने ऑर्गेनाइज किया। और इस तरह से फिर उन्होंने एक बात ठहराई कि डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर इंटरनेशनल मिशन और लोकल इंडियंस जो मलेशियन थे, जो डिस्क्रिमिनेट हो रहे थे, उनका मिला के एक दलित इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बना के एक 1998 में कॉन्फ्रेंस किया। इतने सारे इंटरनेशनल अपने डेलीगेट्स AIM के आए और लोकल मलेशियन थे।
भी आए थे।
हाँ, उस समय पे इवन मैं तब मलेशिया में ही काम कर रहा था।
अच्छा।
और ये मैं बताना चाहूँगा यहाँ पे कि ये मेरा तीसरा टाइम है, गए 26 साल में ये मेरी तीसरी कॉन्फ्रेंस है। और वो शुरू से ही हुई है 1998 में जो DIO की कॉन्फ्रेंस हुई, दलित इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की। 2011 में एक और कॉन्फ्रेंस हुई थी यहाँ पे डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर इंटरनेशनल मिशन की, और अभी ये 2024 में। सो मैं गए 26 साल में तीसरी बार ये कॉन्फ्रेंस अटेंड कर रहा हूँ। और वो 1998 में जो हुई थी तब माननीय कांशीराम जी आए थे, रामविलास पासवान जी उस टाइम कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर थे, फिर फूलन देवी जी आई थी, और भी कई अन्य जैसे उदित राज है या फिर ऐसे लोकल लीडर्स और जो कुछ प्रोमिनेंट लोग उन्होंने पार्टिसिपेट किया था। और वो कॉन्फ्रेंस में सिर्फ इंडिया से ही लोग नहीं आए थे, उस कॉन्फ्रेंस में भी कनाडा, यूके, यूएसए, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, न्यूजीलैंड, वो सारी जगह से अपने रिप्रेजेंटेटिव आए। और हम लोगों का एक प्लान ये है कि सब ये अपने भाइयों को जो इंटरनेशनली है उनको एक प्लेटफॉर्म देना, और वहाँ पे डॉक्टर बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर की लिटरेचर, फिलोसॉफी और मिशन, इसके बारे में एक सेम प्लेटफॉर्म पे सब लोगों ने डिस्कस करना। और वो उसमें से फिर जो कंक्लूजन निकलेगा उस तरीके से ये इतने अभी जो बताया गया है कि 5वीं हमारी यहाँ पे कन्वेंशन हो रही है। तो इस तरीके से मलेशिया का शुरू से AIM के साथ का जो सफ़र है वो 1998 से शुरू हुआ और वो आज तक चालू है। लेकिन इसमें सिर्फ मलेशिया ही नहीं, फिर हम लोग हर जगह जाते हैं। इंडिया में भी 2006 में हमने एक कॉन्फ्रेंस की, बेंगलोर में एक कॉन्फ्रेंस की थी, और फिर पेरिस में हुई, कनाडा में हुई, और इस तरीके से सफ़र चल रहा है।
My question to you, Panyamati sir, you are working since last so many years here and you are settled here. So what changes so far you have seen after having such kinds of conferences in Malaysia or in India? So now you are so much senior to us. My question is, how transformation happened in last so many years, decades?
Yeah, actually, transformation, if you talk about transformation, is not that great here,
Okay.
but because this is a multiracial country,
Yes.
Islam is the main religion here,
Right.
so we have some strict restriction.
Right.
So we cannot talk about religion, we cannot talk about more emphasis on Buddhism or religions or any part of religion, but we can abstract one important thing that Baba Sahib said is the education.
Yes.
How education can uplift the society.
Exactly.
How an education can uplift the poor people to a higher level. That particular pretext, we take it out from there,
Exactly.
and then we propagate that into the poor people's mind. That is what we are trying to do. We are come as a laborers to this country from
Yeah,
India.
exactly.
We cannot afford to be laborers, and my son become a laborer, and my grandson become a laborer. There is no development, upliftment at all. But if we use the principles of Baba Sahib, definitely we'll realize that one day all our children can attain a higher education level. That achievement we are trying to do in Malaysia. That is number one. To do that achievement, an individual or organization cannot do that. It has to get help from the government side. And that is the reason we are close contacts with the government people and doing all this noble job. Immediately after the 2011 convention held in Kuala Lumpur, that is the first international Baba Sahib, Dr. Ambedkar's convention was held in Kuala Lumpur. I was awarded the doctorship, that is the highest level of it, just because we are fighting for the noble cause based on Dr. Ambedkar's principle.
Yes.
So they really honor me, and we had a political party especially for the Dalits.
Okay.
That's a political party. The name of the political party is Indian Progressive Front, headed by Tan Sri Pandithan as the president. And I was the Secretary General to organize everything in this country. Basically, this party represents the Dalit communities. So, when we talk about the party, that it segregates us from the other community.
Exactly.
So, we still face problems.
Yes.
Problems after problem, we still go through, and we are fighting for the justice for the poor people in this country.
So, भारत के बाहर जाने के बाद भी जाति नहीं जाती, ऐसा सर ने कहा है। So, मैं कंक्लूजन में यही आपसे पूछना चाहूंगा कि एम का जो अभी तक का एक सफर रहा है। अब तो कई कॉन्फ्रेंसेस का जिक्र आपने भी किया। इस कॉन्फ्रेंस के बाद का क्या ध्येय उद्देश्य होगा आपका, एम का, और किस तरह से आगे जाने का एक प्लान है? और जैसा कि आपने पहले भी कहा था कि भारत में जो डिस्क्रिमिनेशन होता है हमारे लोगों के ऊपर, उसको एड्रेस करना ग्लोबल प्लेटफॉर्म पे ये बहुत ज़्यादा जरूरी है और उसका एक इम्पैक्ट भी होता है। तो किस दिशा में अभी आप आगे जाएंगे?
ये भी बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है अमन जी, और हमने सब में ये अंडरस्टैंडिंग होना चाहिए। और अमृत इंटरनेशनल मिशन के सारे मेंबर्स, मैं आपको खुशी होगी मुझे बताते हुए कि सारे मेंबर्स इतने समझदार और एक्टिव है कि वी नो आवर विजन, व्हाट वी नीड टू अचीव, एंड इट डेफिनेटली बिकम्स नेसेसरी टू अंडरस्टैंड in which direction we are going forward. If you remember, in Japan also, with my opening speech, I mentioned that why there is a requirement of doing such conventions at all, even in 20th century. Because we have problems, and if we don't talk about it, there is no solution. So that means going forward also, doing these conventions will be necessary as long as we have problems. Until the solution comes, 100%, we will keep on continuing this mission. I would also like to mention, as per solution, earlier we discussed about challenges. I'm ready to face challenges. If I have been given the challenge, I can prove that we can make success as required, same as developed countries like Japan and America. One example I will give you. Recently, Honorable Devendra Fadnavis ji came to Japan. I think he was receiving his PhD.
Doctor,
And that time he organized an event in Indian Embassy where we were invited. We attended the conference, his meeting. And he was mentioning a lot about development of India, IT, this and that. Lot of things he has mentioned very well. My question here is, the political leaders who goes abroad, they talk about India's development in this manner. Why don't even they talk about the problems or the things that they have not done? If we are facing problems, our community is facing problems, they should also talk about that. Not only talk about that, they should also tell what are their policies to eradicate all these things.
Exactly.
They should have policies. And leaders, even Baba Saheb, though Baba Saheb was law minister, his objective was not to become minister or go into politics. He was a social leader first. He did socially the things that is required for the community. Then he went to politics to resolve the problems of the community. That thing should be in each and every political leader. So, if I mention about that meeting, he was mentioning about like Shinkansen bullet train in India, that soon bullet train will be started, this and that, okay? So, my first question, I actually asked him three questions, which out of that, I don't remember what was I remember only two questions. I don't remember what was the other one, but these two also very important. I will tell you what we discussed here. When he was mentioning about starting Shinkansen bullet train, which will benefit this and that, first question that comes to my mind is, we have manual scavenging in India. If we are ready to bring such kind of technology from Japan to bring bullet train, is bullet train necessary for India, or removing or eradicating manual scavenging from India is important?
It is much important.
Right? If that is important, why first they don't talk to Japanese government, the JICA organization or the existing government to tell India what is the technology they are using for this kind of work in Japan? They have a lot of machineries. People don't go inside and clean the gutters and all that, right? This technology is not important for India. Why they don't talk about it? So I asked him, Devendra ji, if you are bringing this technology, manual scavenging is as per constitution,
it is illegal.
Illegal, right? It has to be stopped. Then that should be your first priority. Then I also asked him, tell me, if you are telling that bullet train is going to be launched in 2027, now because this problem is constitutionally illegal, technology is available in Japan, you give me the date when you are going to bring this technology to India and solve this problem. He answered that question, and what did he tell? Within 2 years, he said, committed. In the meeting in Embassy of India in Japan, within 2 years, he said,
is recorded?
So unfortunately it was not recorded, but I'm telling you now. If you want, you can ask to Indian Embassy in Japan to provide you the recording of that. They might have done it. Okay. He mentioned within 2 years, he will eradicate manual scavenging from India. I will be going to looking for that.
Yeah.
That was the number one. Second point, he was also mentioning about the Samruddhi Mahamarga.
Yeah.
It is started on that.
Yes.
Aman and Pratham, you came to Japan. Did you travel through highway of Japan?
Yes.
Did you also travel to Samruddhi Mahamarga?
Yes.
Do you see still difference?
Yes. Too much of difference.
Too much of difference.
Yes.
Why? Today in 20th century, 2024, you are building the highway. When you are building the highway, why your planning and your technology is not adapting to the level of the countries we have already developed that?
Yes.
Why we can't have that? There is a normal exchange can happen between the countries.
Sure.
Why we can't have a similarly like that?
Yes.
If you go to some of the highway also, and if you want to go for restroom, washroom somewhere, do you see the
No.
good washroom for even for ladies and just
Still
stop
not.
by and do all these things?
Yeah.
Do you have very good food facilities?
No.
People are traveling from Mumbai to Nagpur, which takes 14
very
years
few.
of travel.
Very few hotels are there.
What? No hotels, no washroom facilities,
Even petrol
no good food facilities. What kind of highway is this?
Yes.
What are the markings on highway also to prevent accidents?
Yes.
There are a lot of
Lot of accidents.
Right? See, when you approach the highway, there is a right way of approaching the highway.
Exactly.
From when you are coming to highway, there is the good markings also.
Yes.
Make sure that the car is coming from backward. You are not going to hit and no accident should happen. Those kind of approaching is also very wrong in India.
Yes.
No directions are given properly. Why this is all missing? This is already available in today's technology. America, Japan already have
You
that.
are saying like this is the merit of upper caste people?
You are saying that, yes, I think so. So this is what is lacking in India.
Okay.
These kind of problems has to be solved.
So that's why you are organizing such conferences to give the message.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes. This level of conferences when you organize, it is not easy job.
Yes.
There is lot of back end work behind the doing this kind of event.
Yes.
When you are seeing that Prime Minister is coming, or even the largest conference that we had in Japan also.
Yes.
See, there are a lot of papers required. People have to work since back like 2 months, 3 months, and 6 months advance.
Yeah.
When international people are coming from abroad, like from India and other countries, we have to prepare their invitation letters, their visas, their living arrangement, hotel arrangement, food and all that.
Yeah.
And even not only that, for as a conferences, conventions, we need to have academic speeches to cover what is recently going on, what researches are going on, planning the speakers and all. Lot of papers are required. So that continues. But the last 4 days, when the conference is coming, you don't even get a small time to sleep.
Yes.
You will see Panjaji's face now.
Yeah.
So I believe from last 3-4 days or 5 days, he might not have slept well.
Yes.
These kind of reports are required.
Yes.
The people who attend and see, they just see what is happening.
Yes, what is happening.
But behind
But
that,
behind
people
the-
efforts are there.
Yes, too much
Even at
efforts
the
are
time
there.
of Japan conference also, to organize that, I remember myself, I think I just had 2-3 hours of sleep before the next day opening ceremony. And then, but still, because of Baba Saheb's energy,
Yes.
we didn't matter that. Even I was in Panjaji, he didn't had good lunch or dinner on those 2 days. Even in Fukuoka, I also didn't have the lunch. I had no time. We have to look after all delegates on that.
Yes. Yes.
These things matter. So I would like people to understand.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
we do
This is
such
the important
conferences,
message.
those efforts,
Yes.
it matters. Only few people work behind that, and this is all. If they recognize, I would appeal to the people of our community or people of
Much
India
important.
to attend such conferences in future also with a large delegation.
यस थैंक यू जो ग्लोबल लेवल पे कॉन्फ्रेंस आयोजित की जा रही है उसका एक संदेश देना यही है कि अभी भी भारत के अंदर जो भी इश्यूज है वो चाहे शेड्यूल कास्ट के हो, ट्राइब्स के हो या बैकवर्ड क्लास के हो, अभी भी एड्रेस नहीं हो रहे हैं। और जितनी टेक्नोलॉजी दुनिया में अवेलेबल है उस टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल भारत सरकार क्यों नहीं करती, ये सबसे बड़ा सवाल सुशांत जी ने यहाँ पे उठाया है। और एक ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन किस तरह से एजुकेशन से द्वारा मलेशिया में भी आया है, बाबा साहब के थॉट्स को लेकर इस बारे में भी हमें पंजाबी सर ने बताया। और सर ने एम का एक डिटेल हिस्ट्री बताया कि किस तरह से एम रीच आउट कर रही है, किस तरह से काम कर रही है। तो ये एक कॉन्फ्रेंस जो यहाँ पे आयोजित हुई है बहुत ही सक्सेसफुल ऐसी कॉन्फ्रेंस रही। प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ मलेशिया यहाँ पे आए, कई मिनिस्टर्स आए, कई एमपीज आए, कई एमएलएज आए और काफी डिग्नेटरीज यहाँ पे आए और बाबा साहब को उन्होंने अभिवादन नहीं किया बल्कि उनके थॉट्स जितने आप थॉट्स भारत में नहीं सुन सकेंगे इतने इससे बेहतर बातें उन्होंने बाबा साहब के बारे में यहाँ बताई। मतलब बाबा साहब का जो विजन है, ग्लोबल विजन जो है वो किस तरह से प्रमोट हो रहा है हम देख सकते हैं। इसका सबसे बड़ा श्रेय अगर किसी को जाता है तो जो भारत के बाहर काम करने वाले अम्बेडकरवादी है, विशेषता एम के लोग जो है, जो बाबा साहब के लिटरेचर को जगह जगह तक पहुंचाते हैं, उनका ये बहुत बड़ा श्रेय है, उनका एक बहुत बड़ा अचीवमेंट है। तो आप तीनों हमारे बीच में आए और आपने इतना बेहतरीन कॉन्फ्रेंस आयोजित किया, उसके लिए आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।